welcome back to Coding. So last time we discussed about the different kinds of iterative statement that are available in Java. So guys, in today's video I have something different for you as usually what I post in my videos, the basics of programming and the other things, and also the things like I am posting on my Instagram, the quizzes, and on my website different notes. But today I have something for you at this point of time as your exams are also near, so helping you out in that some tips so that you can follow it and also score well in your exam. So guys, if you like the content, do like it, share it, and also subscribe to my channel. Thinking towards those who are in the college, or basically those who are learning programming. So I'm keeping that points also in my mind to make this video, and also helping everyone, those who are having problem in understanding, like some questions might be arising in your minds at the time of exams, that how should I study, what should I study, how much should I study, should I make a timetable or not, how much time should I devote to my studies. I got these many questions from even the ones who are studying from me, so I thought to make it in a video. As you can see on the thumbnail also, I said that keep calm and score well. So we will be going to understand some points through which you can implement in your life or with your studies so that you can score well. So let's understand that points. Do watch the video till the end to understand it and also implement it, and I'm sure you will be able to implement it because there are no hard and fast rules that I'm going to tell you. Breath first of all while starting listening to this video. Just take a deep breath and listen to each and everything what I tell you, and just try to implement it, because these are not something that you have to follow some steps or things that you need to do. Just the normal things that you need to know whenever you are preparing for the exam. First thing that you need to check out whenever we are preparing for an exam, or whenever you are talking about a programming language or anything, you must be familiar that what are the things that are actually going to come in your syllabus and how you need to learn that things or implement things and score well in exam. So I'm not telling you to just to rely on the syllabus and just study or grab things according to the syllabus. I'm just letting you know that you should know what topics are there in your curriculum. So whenever I'm talking about some programming language, there could be syllabus that you need to learn these and this thing, but you can't directly learn that things. For that you need to have the basics also involved of that. Like for example, in your syllabus you have control structures in C. So what is the purpose of control structure in C? That you need to know the basics of the C language, that is the if-else statement, the switch statement, and the looping statement. So these are the statements that you need to know. So I could suggest you to check the syllabus and with perfection learn that much thing which you learn it perfectly. Don't just grab the whole thing, just whatever you learn it perfectly. That is the first and foremost thing whenever you are checking the syllabus, and need to work upon that. Just be 100% in whatever you learn. Now coming to the second very most important thing. Now one thing a person thinks of that, should I study for like 8 hours a day? Should I study for this much hours of the day? Or what else should I do? As it is a time of learning in which you are involved in a lot of online classes. So all of you are having online classes, and some of them feel that in online classes we are not able to learn anything as there is no interaction between the teacher and the student. That is the issue. That don't think that your exams are going to be online or offline. Just prepare it as if you normally prepare for your exams. Don't just take this thing out of your mind that it is an online exam or whether it is an offline exam. So what you need to do, you need to study, like even if you study for 1 hour, you study in that 1 hour perfectly. That if you are studying just one simple topic, suppose say you are learning the loops, as I previously explained the loops in Java. Suppose say you are learning that loops only. You need to learn that loop so much that you don't forget what is the syntax of that loops, what is the purpose of using that loops. Everything you must be reminded of. So whenever you will be get reminded of that things, you will be able to write that in the exam also and also score well. So it is not of studying long hours, but when the amount of you study, you should be efficient enough whenever you are studying that particular part. Towards the next point, most of the students make this mistake that they do not perform this task because they think that it could be a wastage of time. It depends upon the learning of the way you are doing it. I could suggest you to make proper notes. So whenever I'm talking about proper note does not mean that you have to write whole of the content which is available in your book or whatever you are learning from any of the video. Like if you are watching my videos, it does not mean that you have to write all the content. Like if I'm telling you what is a for loop, then what is the syntax of for loop and everything. You do not need to write each and everything in a notebook. So that's not what is notes is. When I'm talking about notes, in notes what you have to do, you have just to, based upon your understanding, write the points that this means this and the other thing means this. For example, let me give you an example. Suppose say we are understanding the concept of control statements in any of the language. So first of all, what you should do at the time of exams, so it is easy for you to understand also. Before that exam, what you can do, you can just write down the syntax of the statement. Like the first statement we say if statement, you will write that simply that it is a if statement. In the if statement you need to write that how does the if statement work. So you need to remember first of all the syntax, that how the if statement works. So you will write if statement and then the condition. So this is the basic syntax of whenever we are talking about a if statement. So just check the syntax that the condition will be true if the statement will be executed, then only. So this is the purpose of using a if syntax. So just write down the syntax and accordingly write an example in front of it, that how you can understand that concept. So this way you can perform with each and every type of concepts that are available in programming. Will be able to learn also easily, and you will never forget the concepts about that programming language. So this is the way you can make a proper note. If you are liking the content what I am telling you till now, do like this video and also subscribe to my channel if you are new to my channel. Next thing that comes to our mind is, a student thinks of that if a student is able to prepare a timetable, he is going to score well in exam, because there is a phenomena of preparing a timetable and we use that timetable and study accordingly. But what happens when we are preparing a timetable and studying accordingly, like if we have set a time for learning the C programming language concepts, so what we will do, we have set the time from 9 to 10. So what we will do, we will just keep on looking at the watch mode of the student and we will just study that much time, like 9 to 10. So 10 o'clock is over. Now I'm not going to read it and just going to stop the timetable. So in that way the timetable is of no use. I suggest you to only make the timetable if you are able to implement it. If you are not able to implement it, do not waste your time making a timetable, because it will just be written on a piece of paper or wherever on your digital platform or anywhere, but it could be no use. It just could be a wastage of time. Instead, that way you can learn the concept and you can score well in exam. I know it could be not easy for you to make that thing possible, as you could be interested to making a timetable, but I suggest not to make a timetable and just focus upon what you need to learn and just be 100% in that book. Again and again I'm telling you that you need to be 100% whatever you are learning. Just do not grab it, but understand the concept, and if you understand the concept you will be able to perform it, and you will not be able to forget it as many as time you might revise this. You will just get it at once whenever you are revising in your exams. So I do not suggest you to make a timetable, but if you want to make some things that you need to do in your day, you can prepare a to-do list. Like you can prepare a to-do list, I need to do this in the morning and you do this in the evening. Just write that. Do not maintain timings and perform that. You can only maintain a timetable if you can follow that. That is the basic purpose of maintaining a timetable. Most important step that you need to keep in mind, the number 2 things that is most importantly is be 100% in whatever you learn and make proper notes. Like notes could help you just to give a read through whenever you are near to the exams. So this is the purpose of whenever you are using a proper notes, that you do not need to learn each and everything. You do not need to go through the book again and again that what topics are there. Just maintain proper notes and you will be able to score well. So these are some of the things that I felt like telling you so that you can perform that easily and also score well in your exam. As this time of scenario where you are having a online classes and you are also having a burden that maybe the exams could be offline or maybe the exams could be online, many of the students are just thinking about this thing. So instead of thinking about this thing, just implement these things in your day-to-day life. Just work upon some simple topic. So if you even want that I should give a summarized things of like the different programming languages that I'm teaching to you, C, C++, Java, and whatever all you are having in your syllabus. So I'll try to make you some small videos through which I can give you a summary of all the contents that are required in a exam to be prepared for, and also the important questions that are required to be learned for the exam. So basically you can easily perform better in exam and also score better, because with the scoring better also you will learn the concept also. The main motive of my telling you the things is this. So guys, I hope you understand all these 4 things that I have told to you, and you will implement these things also. And if you have any doubt, and also you can watch my previous videos. I have already completed a series based upon C++, HTML, and as well as Python, and also I have completed 3 to 4 videos of Java also, in which I have told you about the concepts of Java, and going to post that more videos also. Just posted this video so that it is easier for you to be good in this online exam time or maybe offline exam time, whatever it may happen. Just you need to do it, give your best. So guys, all the best, and I hope you like the content what I post. Do like it, share it, and also subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel, and share it as much as possible with your friends so that they also get motivated and score well in exam and also learn from my channel. I'm going to post more content, and as upon your sharing, please share it as much as possible, and hope you love the content what I posted for you. Please do like it, share it, and also subscribe to my channel. And also you can connect me on my Instagram page. The link is in the description, where you can solve the quizzes, and also you can follow my website for the desired notes. So guys, thank you so much for watching.